Alright guys, how you going? And welcome back to another episode. This one's about the new van. So by the end of the video you'll know what van or what company we've gone with, but we won't tell you what van and what colours and selections we've done. We'll do that in the walkthrough video when we get the new van. So we've had a lot of questions. Did we buy another Jayco? Unfortunately no. We did look at Jaycos again. We have no problems with our current Jayco. We've lived in it a few weeks at a time now. I think the longest stint we've done six weeks. And we just got back from 2 weeks out west. And we have no dramas. There's enough water, there's enough battery. The only real reason is that to move full time, we just wanted a bit more, and we'll go through some of the points of the key criteria we had for the new van and some of the letdowns Jayco had and why we didn't go Jayco for the next one. Because Jayco are a big manufacturer. The way they keep their costs down and the way they do their builds to make their builds a bit faster is it's a production line. So they do a run of a model and that's the model run, and you can't really deviate too much from the current design because that slows the line down.
It's just cookie cutting.
Yeah.
There's no, you can't customize the way that we wanted, unfortunately.
Yeah, so there was I think 3 big key things that let Jayco down for us, and why we didn't go with them. And one was the battery management system. The ability to customize that through Jayco was not there at all. I think we could add, we could go to 2 batteries. And we could have 2 solar panels on the roof, which was only I think it was 240 amps of lithium was what we could get through Jayco, and then it was maybe 360 watts of solar on the roof. That was it.
And you can customize that stuff obviously post handover, but when you're spending that much money, why not just get something done through manufacturing correctly the first time, and that way you've also got their warranties as well, and it's less work for you to do.
Exactly.
Handover.
And everything's done. So all our 240 volts in the new van are all wired to the inverter, which it's very hard to do that post-production run on a van unless you build a jumper cable that you have to plug into your external input on the van, which I don't know if it's 100% legit, but that's what most people do. So that was one letdown. They just wouldn't, and then obviously we could do it after the build, but it was going to cost, there's a cost factor, and it was, to get what we want was a large sum of money. And then when we worked it out based on these couple of things, we were just we'll just spend the extra money and get it all done through factory, and we get the warranties on it through factory. So your battery management system was a big one. Flat floor caravan, it's something that we didn't really think about until we saw it, and then we really liked it. So what flat floor caravan means, and we'll put 2 pictures up and show you what not a flat floor and a flat floor look like. But essentially you have no wheel arches, which means that it gives you extra space in that area that you can put your heavy bulky items, because when you load a caravan, that's where you want your weight. So if we got to carry extra pallets of water or any sort of heavy stuff like that, we can put it over the axles in a cupboard that's got plenty of space because the wheel arches aren't there.
Well, even right now as we're talking, we're sitting in our Jayco pop top, I've got 1 foot on the floor and my other leg's actually up on the wheel arch. So sitting together like this just isn't practical for everyday living or traveling, because sometimes the kids want to sit next to each other, or sometimes we want to sit next to each other, and it's just something not nice.
What else was there? So the payload ability. So the best payload we could get on the Jayco suspension was 600 kilos, I think, or just over. So that meant that we had to pretty much rip the suspension out from under the Jayco and then put new suspension in to be able to get a payload that was suitable for our needs, because we wanted to be able to carry a lot of water and obviously have a grey water tank as well. Because on our recent trip, we couldn't stay somewhere, which was a beautiful little free camp, but you had to be able to catch all your grey water. So we had to move to a rest stop, which wasn't very nice. So grey water tank was essential for us in the new van as well. And Jayco would only do 2 water tanks and 1 grey, or 3 water tanks. That's all they'd do. And then if you got 3 water tanks under the van, you end up with, that's about 300 kilos. So you only have 300 kilos of weight that you can add, and then with our battery management system upgrade, that'll chew into that weight. so you had to pretty much replace the suspension.
Solar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you replace the suspension, you know, that's another large cost. I got prices from Cruise Master and they said upwards of 25 grand pretty much to fit new suspension under the van, because we've got, we wanted to have, I will save it for the walkthrough video, you'll see the suspension setup we've gone, but essentially it gives us the ability to have about 1100 kilos of payload, which is really, really good. The payload was a big one for us because we needed the extra water. We found that, you know, with the kids we use a fair bit of water, even though we try and conserve it. So 1100 kilos is what the payload will be about on the new van, which is really, really good. And the suspension to go with that. So obviously, you know, the battery upgrade and the suspension upgrade, massive costs that add on top of the Jayco price, which, you know, pushed us up into the...
It was over $100,000.
Yeah, so that was a big one there. And the other one was Crystal really liked the ability to choose the colours in the new van. So
with Jayco, you get 2 options. That's it, really. So you get like a little, I don't know, like a board, and you get, these are your 2 options, colour selections, and that's it. That's all you get. Whereas with the new van, I got to choose everything. So, you know, your bench tops, your flooring, your leather, you know, tapware. You get to choose everything to suit your own tastes and style. And for me, you're living in this van full time, then you want to be happy with it. You want to personalize it. You want to make it your own. That's one of the things that I really liked about moving to the new van.
So that was a big one for Crystal, because it is our home and she's had the ability to personalize it to what she wants, or what we want, sorry.
Yeah.
That way it, you know, it'll feel homey and nice for us to live in. We've tried to use colours to make it feel airy and big, because obviously it is a small space, but yep, wait till the walkthrough video and you'll see what we've done there. So yeah, so the main things that were a must for us for this new van.
Yeah.
So a separate toilet shower, that was an absolute 100%, we have to have that. There is no way we are full-time travelling with a ensuite combo toilet.
Yep.
The second one was a north-south bed for Crystal and me. Obviously the double bunks, they are on this side in this van, so which is the off-awning side. In the new van, we really wanted them on the awning side, so that way we can have their windows open and it goes out under the awning, because generally we're all on that side as well.
Yeah, just for security reasons.
Yeah, and the other thing that has is that then moves the toilet and shower to the other side. So
yeah.
I really don't like having the toilet cassette on this side of the van, because it's on your awning side.
Yeah.
So if you want to put a SOG on, which if anyone doesn't know what that does, it pretty much sucks. So when you open the toilet, it sucks the air through the toilet and out the side of the van, instead of, you know, that smell coming back up in the van. So obviously if that's on your awning side and there's someone sitting out there next to the picnic table, that's blowing right on them. So obviously toilet on the off side of the van is really good, because then you can get the canister in and out, and there's no dramas there. And the other big one was that we didn't think about this until we actually talked to some full-time travellers, but kitchen on the awning side. That was a big one, yeah. So everyone's like, oh, I wish I'd realised this before I built my van, because when your kitchen's on the side, the off side of the van, which is currently where ours is, but we don't have a window there. But they said when you've got a nice big window, all you're doing is looking into the campers beside.
Yeah.
When you're looking out your kitchen window, whereas when it's on your awning side, you can look out the awning and see the kids playing out at that side. You know, it's on the right side for where you live your life.
Yeah, your back's to everything. So
Yeah.
I think having the window and being able to look out, you know, especially as a mum, you can look out, see the kids, yep, that's good, you can keep cooking. So
Yeah. So that was a big one that we didn't realise, that we're really glad we talked to people about, because that changed the layout of the van that we went with.
it did.
Once we found that out. Because we were looking at a bit smaller van, which ticked all the boxes, but the kitchen was in the wrong place, so we moved the kitchen. So
yeah, and obviously full size van, not pop top.
Oh yeah, we didn't even think about that.
No more pop top. It's like a 2 minute, 2 to 3 minute job. It's not a big deal, but like when you're moving every day or every couple of days, it's just another thing to do.
If there was a way to have
in and going.
Yeah, if there was a way to have the awning go off the top here and not the pop top, then it would be fine. You have to roll the awning out every time you pop the top, which, you know, it's not a deal breaker, but it's just more stuff that you got to do. Water storage, yeah, that was another big one. So we've got heaps of water storage under the new van.
You got 4 tanks?
4 water tanks and a grey water tank is under the new van.
Yeah.
Which is massive. So we'll go through the sizes and that in the walkthrough video and what they are and what they do, because they're all a bit different. They're not all just water tanks. So, but we'll run through that there. Obviously, heaps of power. The power management system or the battery management system in the new van is pretty good. We'll go a full walkthrough on that, and we'll probably do a video on it on its own, because it's pretty unique. And
For what?
the battery management system.
Oh, yeah.
We are looking to change it still. It's still not finalised. So if we do change it, it's going to be a pretty cool battery system.
Yeah.
So we will do a video on it. But even if we don't change it to what we're looking at changing it to, it's still pretty kick-ass. So, and the payload was the other big one. So payload of the van was another big thing that we had to consider. So I'll pretty much summarise because we expanded on it a bit. So the main things that we had to have that we weren't going to compromise this time on the van was a separate toilet and shower, the north-south bed, double bunks on the awning side of the van, lots of water storage, lots of power storage, and the payload capacity for the van.
Kitchen.
Oh, and the kitchen on this side, yeah. They were all big things that narrowed our market down a lot. When you start getting nitpicky like that, and I guess they're things you learn when you have a van and you use it a fair bit. They're just things that you don't have to have, but if you're going through the process, especially with the wait times the way they are now, you may as well make sure you get what you want, because you can't just all of a sudden go out and buy a brand new van again, because you'll be waiting another 18 months.
Yeah.
We'll run through. So we have gone through Lawrence RVs here in Brisbane. They have 3 different products you can buy from them. If you are looking or in the market to buy a caravan or camper trailer at the moment, we highly recommend getting down and seeing these guys. They sell lumberjack camper trailers and pop tops, essential caravans, and Lotus caravans. So we have gone to Lotus this time. We really like the Lotus builds, the quality of the product, the overall look, fit and finish. It's really great. So we're really excited. We can't wait to get it. We have dealt with Jason and Sarah. Jason's one of the co-owners and Sarah is his sister.
Yeah.
They're both absolutely lovely people. Lawrence RVs is a family-run business. So if you're in the market, make sure you get down and see them. They're absolutely great people.
Yeah.
They're beautiful, humble, very helpful. Any questions we've had, they've answered quickly and timely.
And they're honest.
Yeah, that's
really honest.
They're so transparent. They just tell you exactly what the cost is, or
don't waste your money. Yes, upgrade this area. This is what will benefit you, and from experience, they've got a lot of experience in the market, and they're travellers themselves, so.
Yeah, they've got their own caravans as well. They've been in the industry a very long time.
Yep.
I think they actually started working for other caravan companies and branched off and built their own company.
Yeah.
So, it's just great to have, businesses like that where, the owners are out on the floor. They come and greet you. They meet you. They tell you, what it is and what you should and shouldn't do, what they'd recommend. And they just give you realistic expectations, I guess.
Yeah, they've been honest and realistic the whole process. Never once have we felt like, it's a salesperson or it's a pitch, and you don't get that with them. Well, not in our experience anyway.
No, obviously we can't talk for other people, but we have nothing but praise for those guys. They are absolutely amazing people.
Yeah.
And even when we said, we're worried because our tow vehicle might not be here in time, they're like, we'll probably be able to bring the van out to you. That's no dramas. And that sort of service is just incredible. It's very hard to find humble people like that in the sales world these days, which is really good.
Yeah.
All right, so on that, we'll run into the colours appointment and put some footage in from that, which was pretty exciting for us.
Yeah. Some of it might be a bit fast, so just pause the screen. But I tried to show all the colour selections and the best lighting I could at the time. So hopefully it's helpful for you for when you're choosing your colours for your new Lotus.
And again, if you have any questions of, why we've done something particular or, want something clarified further, just drop it in the comments and let us know.
Yeah.
Again, thanks for watching. This one is a bit dry and long and boring unless you're looking to buy a caravan and some things to consider that we considered. obviously stay tuned. The full walkthrough video will come, and it's going to be a pretty epic caravan, I think.
So at the moment, delivery is expected to be end of October, start of November. So not too long away.
Yeah.
So we're signing off all our final contract details now for it to go to factory, and then yeah, it'll start getting made in Melbourne, and then it'll be shipped up to here for us for delivery.
Yeah.
So things are starting to happen.
Yeah.
We've waited so long, and it just seems to go on forever, but we're finally getting to the tail end of it now, and we can't wait to show you guys our vision and what we've put together.
And even going through the caravan show here in Brisbane over the weekend, I still think we've made the right choice looking at other caravan manufacturers and what they've done. So Lotus is still evolving, even in the current climate, to try and keep things on trend, and they're not just staying in their ways, they're trying to stay in front of the game.
Yeah, so we don't have final prices yet, but we'll let you know in our walkthrough of the breakdown of costs and everything. We're obviously still just finalising everything now, so we can't give you that information yet, but we'll definitely provide you our full breakdown costs, and that way you can make an informed decision on whether it's right for you or not.
Yeah, thanks very much for watching this one, guys. Again, please make sure you like and subscribe. That really helps our channel out and helps it get recommended to others to view.